Good morning. Good morning, folks. Just out here on the deck with the birds this morning. Thought I'd just go live. Let's see. Hey, quit eating my bird seed. Dude. Woodpecker up there doesn't care. It's a goldfinch. There's a dove on the wire through the slats there. What's up, deafness? Hey, just me and a squirrel hanging out at my bird feeders this morning. I turned into a squirrel overnight. That's me. Munch, munch, munch. This bird seed is really good. I turned into a squirrel overnight. What's up, Trisha? Hi, hi, hi. I'm going to let the squirrel have breakfast, because what he doesn't know is in that bowl there's a lot of seeds that are coated with cayenne pepper. So as soon as he gets one of those, maybe we need that on video. As soon as he gets one of those, he's going to change his demeanor. Dude. Quit eating all my bird seed. Eat some of that cayenne pepper. Eat some of that cayenne pepper, dude. Come on. I want to see it. I want to get it on camera. As long as that squirrel is there, I'm going to hang out. I'm going to let you guys hang out. We're just going to sit here and enjoy the morning. It's a beautiful morning. It's overcast. It's in the 70s. I'm just out here chilling. I thought I'd just fire up a stream just for fun. No real agenda today. Dude, are you serious? All right, we gotta remedy this maybe. Are you? Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay, so here's what we got in the feeder. Lots of goodness here. No wonder. Yeah, that's right. Infiltrators. My bird bath down there. Got a brush pile I was kind of trimming up around the bottoms of trees the other day. Got a little. Anyway. I'm just going to hang out this morning. Hopefully people come in and say hello. And if not, that's all right too. Oh yeah, I'll show you my setup. I might have to do this a couple times if people want to know, but I've got quite a setup here. I got some lavender, some catnip growing, and the middle one is a sunflower. And I got some sweet basil. Let's just do the walk around. This is some sweet basil. Hey, there's what they call a Japanese beetle on my basil. Why don't you just go get a job? And all right, here's a scuffed cucumber plant. We got some fruit on it. Cucumber going on here. That's the scuffed plant. This one's better. This one's got a lot of little fruits coming here. This is a pretty nice cucumber plant. Okay, I got a rogue scallion that was left over from, bought a little bag of green onions, and the last one or two you just put in the ground and they continue to grow, these stalks, and you can just snip off and eat the greens as you go. This is a yellow bell pepper plant. It's not doing too much, but I think it's going to survive. This was the same plant, same pepper plant, planted at the same time as this one, but it just didn't go. Okay, on to the tomatoes. I got six tomatoes in pots right along the railing here. 1, 2, Most of them are Romas. Aroma's very versatile tomato. Let's see, we got fruit going on. Yeah, we got a couple little guys hanging out in there, starting to grow. Catnip. That is pure catnip right there. And next to it is a grass pad of cat grass. And who's that for, do you think? This lazy bum right here. Are you lazy? I grow catnip for you from scratch. That's Pepper. Pepper kicks butt. She misses her brother. We lost her brother a little while ago, about a month ago. So I try to see she gets her own lawn chair and everything. Look at that. Just lay there, lay there and be lazy. Okay, so where were we? We were doing tomatoes. Up top here, got some marigolds. And that's gold. This is an Baltimore Oriole feeder, but I leave it up with sugar water in it for the hummingbirds, and they come and hit that. Hummingbirds hit that every day. This is a pot of a flower called delphinium. Got a few little pollinating flying insects in there. A couple more cucumbers. These are really big and healthy. Actually, I gotta snip one of those off. You're only supposed to have one fruit per nodule, and that one has two, so I'm gonna have to pluck that one off. There's a little bumblebee going in and out of this one, and there's another delphinium. So those are the deck plants. So the general view is this. So every morning I get my coffee and come out here. I usually sit with the bird camera, and I've already finished my coffee, so we got some water, but that's about it. And encoding in progress. What does that mean? Yeah, this is a good spot to chill. So what's been happening lately is I just spend my mornings out here and try to keep it as chill as possible. And then yeah, Streamlabs is funny. I think it went down to 0 there for a second, and yeah, I noticed that as well. I wonder if I might have my... So a good part about sitting here with my bird feeders is the birds have gotten used to me sitting out here. I sit in this same chair in this same position every single morning for like the last month, and for at least an hour I'll be out here before it gets too hot. But the birds come, and it's kind of nice to just, you know, they're only that far away. There we got a little sparrow on top there. They come in a big flock and eat all my seed. Maybe you should go get a job. And he's like, no, maybe you should go get a job. Yeah. Well, Streamlabs just dropped me again there for a second, looks like. Oh well. Like I say, I have no agenda this morning. It's just me. Just me and the kitty and the bird camera. So let's set this on the table here. Hi Ramona. What's going on? Let's see. If I do this, oh yeah, you can still see the bird feeders. So I can just hit that when there's cool birds landing there. The blue jays will come, and the chickadees and titmouse, cardinals will come even when I'm sitting here. They'll come and land on the railing. The doves The doves are a little skittish, but mostly sparrows, and the blue jays will blow through here a few times a day and eat just about everything I put out there. It's hilarious, but you know, when you got not much else to do, this is pretty good pastime. Gardening, deck gardening, and bird watching, all in one consolidated area. This is only about, I don't know, 150 square feet maybe total. And I got all these plants and all these birds going here, so it's like a little oasis. Let me know what you guys are up to today, if there's anything going on in the world. There's a chickadee. I thought about hiking a trail, but it's no big deal. Well, come on down then. That's what I always say to the birds. Come on down, get some bird seed. There we go. Just me and the bird cam. And the kitty. Yeah, I might not stay on too long. We'll see. I do have some musical projects. I don't know whether people care or not. I've been playing bass and doing some singing on various projects that people send me, and some of it's, well, almost all of it's original music. One guy sent me some stuff. He's working on a musical, and he wanted me to play bass on the score, the practice. Gonna make an album of the musical soundtrack of all the songs he's using in the show, and so he's performing all the versions. He sent me some to play bass on, so I'm excited about that. I'll probably get that started maybe tomorrow, maybe today, I'm not sure. I have some vocals to do on an original Liverpool Legends song, so that will be happening as well. So about a couple weeks ago, I purchased some studio equipment. I have an interface and a microphone and stuff like that and I downloaded a free version of Pro Tools. I might upgrade that Pro Tools just for the amenities, but for right now I'm just getting used to the freebie. And people are able to send me tracks, and I load them into Pro Tools, and then I can add to them with vocals or bass or whatever. So lots of original ideas floating around too. And I'd say I bounce back and forth between all these projects. So I've got to play bass on this musical score. I've got to sing some Liverpool Legends stuff, and I've also got an album working with my original band, one of my original bands. So, and that's a whole pile of songs. That's like we're getting up into at least a dozen songs probably, and those have got to be just upgraded each day. You know what I mean? Like, you listen to it and you say, okay, this part could be better, so you do one and you just try to make it better. And so that recording is being built like this, and I don't think it'll be an album in the next month or anything, but later on down the line that will be an album. What do we got here? Oh, a titmouse. I want to get a picture of this titmouse here. Oh, he went up in the tree. There he is. Where are you? He's gonna come back down. They always sit. They always come back down. Like the titmouse will. There's a whole family of them. There's like 4 of them, and they'll come in and raise a bunch of hell. And a couple nice finches here. Let's see. Oh man, they're camera shy this morning. Usually I just sit here and shoot like 100 photos a day, which is silly, but that's not a lot if you're trying to be somewhat good at photography. Taking 100 images is nothing. People do that to take a graduation photo. These are live action bird shots, so this is like totally advanced stuff here, guys. It's real advanced. Point and you shoot. The sparrows are pretty much having their way here. A whole flock of sparrows. You guys need to move over and let the other ones come. Blue jays, yeah, we're gonna hopefully a blue jay comes. And again, maybe with me talking away and yakking away here, maybe they won't, but hopefully they do. Alright, let's get this downy woodpecker. Alright, we got us, what do we got here? Wants to focus on me. That's a downy woodpecker. That's a female, little female downy woodpecker. They come by every day, those things. They're pretty fun. So the sparrows are traveling in a huge flock right now, and they're coming through. And you know, nothing against sparrows, but they'll come in and take over a whole nesting and feeding area, so I got to kind of keep it fair. So I occasionally chase off the sparrows, and it's not out of disliking them or anything. It's just they will come in and take over everything, and you can hear them chattering away. This is a lazy man's bird watch. This is the laziest bird watch in the world. I just sit in a chair and wait for the birds to come to me. Alright, there's a nuthatch. He's gonna fly away before I get to him. Oh, you gonna pose? Here's our little nuthatch. It's a white-breasted nuthatch. Occasionally there's a red-breasted variety that comes, and it's got more of a rusty look to it, and it's a little smaller. But this is the white-breasted nuthatch. You know, photography's easy when they come to you, and they just sit there and hang out. All right, now we got. How many freaking sparrows do we got? There's like, oh, there's a finch. All right. This is a female house finch. She's a little silhouetted there with the lighting. She's got like stripes. Kind of resembles a sparrow, but she's a little smaller than a sparrow and has streaks. So you may have heard the way I said house, and I'm a Canadian, and yesterday was Canada Day, And so happy Canada Day. I'm representing my Canada here. Maybe we'll get lucky and get a hummingbird or something this morning. What do we got? Here's another nuthatch. And again, there's like 10 sparrows just waiting. They're just waiting to pile in here. It's kind of funny. Whoa, he didn't like that too much. Where's he going? There he is. The nuthatch again. So it's amazing, in just an hour, like if you sit, my bird feeders in about an hour will probably get at least 20 varieties each day, I would say. So once something comes in and lands and starts eating, then the other birds see that it's safe, so then they kind of pile in. And if something scares them and they take off, then nobody comes for a while. Like someone's got to go first. And when is your coffee table book coming out? Well, some middle initial R, some are ghosts. I don't know. I priced them. I actually went and priced what it would take to publish a book of Birdman Lefty Beetle photos, and it's ridiculous. It's like, to do a small run, this is so ridiculous. Small run, if you can get it under $25 per book to print, so you'd have to sell it for like 50 bucks. And 50 bucks is like come on. But even the high gloss stuff, it was up to like $70 per book to cost. You know, somewhere, but I couldn't find anything under $25 per book to just print like 100 books or whatever. There's almost no one who would do that. They all want these huge runs. So it's kind of like where CDs were 20 years ago. You got to buy like 1,000 of them to make it cost effective. And you know, I'm not going to make 1,000 books and only sell 20 of them. But I'm sure there's maybe someone who would consider helping with that, but I don't know. So could be a while on the coffee table book. But I am collecting all the images, so I've got a lot to choose from. I just backed up about 3,000 photos on my into the cloud from my bird adventures, and some of them are pretty good, some of them are terrible, but I save them all. You know a secret? Well, message me sometime. Let me know. That would be great. And let me know what you folks are up to as well. Some people are working this morning, some people are sleeping in, some people are getting up and heading into job searches. It's funny, there's so many things being shut back down and canceled. Well, thank you. I see a message coming in. Thank you. I'll watch for that in a little while. There's all kinds of talk about things shutting back down, and so even some of these gigs and tours that were starting to get rebooked for the fall, I mean, are they going to happen? I don't think we're going to be in much of a position. Um, I won't be in any kind of power position to make shows happen or not happen, but some of the groups that I affiliate with, they're still hopeful but perhaps realistic that shows could happen in the fall, but likely we might try a couple of them. Like, there's supposed to be one in third week of August, and then a couple in September and a couple in October. They're still on the books technically. But I don't know, man. I don't know. Things feel like they're a little bit out of control again. Any progress that was being made on knocking down this contagion seems to be just right back being reversed on us now, and the fact that nobody will almost nobody will comply, it's ridiculous. Yeah, I don't see what's tough about wearing a mask to make sure that we can all open up and get back to doing what we do. I mean, if we could guarantee that audiences would wear masks and at least try to social distance, we'd be right back on stage just like that. But the longer people hold out and just, for whatever reason, then people like me will remain out of work, and they will. I don't want to get too cynical about it, but the people who are ignoring, denying, and all that stuff about this virus are the ones that are absolutely making sure that people like me never get to perform anytime soon. So that means they hate music. That means they absolutely hate performers. They can't stand someone being on stage making a living, whether it makes them jealous or whether they're just too caught up in conspiracies to give a shit about people like us. But like I say, I could get really cynical about it, but I'm not going to. But anyone who's not wearing a mask and social distancing and washing their hands obsessively pretty much hates me and hates what I do for a living, and is making sure that I will not get to do that anytime soon. That's the way I look at it. So I know all my friends are cool, and they're all doing this. They're all paying attention. They're all in tune with the recommendations. And you know, it's hard not to take personally. And I'll tell you what, these people also hate veterans. They also hate old people. They also hate babies. They're not, and anyone who claims to be pro-life and doesn't wear a mask is, I could get real cynical, but maybe it's too early for that. But you are anti everything if you're not wearing a mask, and that's the way it is. So you're anti-life, you're anti-veteran, anti-America, anti-everything if you're not wearing a mask out in public. That's just the way it is. And people always try to blame the left for wanting to tank the economy or whatever. No way, man. Yeah. Gandalf, what's going on? Gandalf the Blaze, welcome. I see a lot of this. Even households are split, families are split. It's a tough thing. It's a tough thing. But all I'm saying is the sooner we get with the program, the sooner we'll be able to get back to normal. And it's not just going to magically go away. This thing won't just poof and be gone. It's going to take diligent work. Consciousness, compassion is really going to bring this thing down. The virus is just doing what it does. And we can say what we want about the politicians and the officials and whether they're overreacting, underreacting, or whatever. The virus doesn't care about any of that. It's only here for one reason, and that's to spread and propagate. And the only way we can stop it from propagating is to stop it from propagating. You can't will it away. You can't wish it away. You can't just be like, well, it came from China, so let's blame them. I mean, when there was 15 cases, and the promise was that let's contain this and it'll be gone in a short time, maybe you could have blamed them at that point. But ever since then, with these million cases, 128,000 deaths or whatever, that is no longer, that's not China's problem, that's our problem. That's our problem individually, and our problem in groups, our problem as cities, our problem as states, our problem as a country. And everyone's got to pull a little bit of weight here. So I didn't come on here to get into a big rant about it, but man, it kind of pisses me off that, you know, I'm not going to say what I'm losing, but I know what I make per show, and I'm missing out on 16 to 20 shows a month. And you know, I made good money last year. I don't get a chance to do that now, so I just get to sit here and, I mean, I don't mind bird watching, but I kind of like to bird watch during the day and then play a gig at night and make some money. That's what I'd rather be doing. We got ourselves a grackle up here. So I'm going to get back to this. Let's see, get this grackle up here. Talk amongst yourselves. Now, this grackle, he's the one yakking up above my head here. Oh, there's a good shot of him. What's going on up there? Oh, that's a robin. Oh man, there's all kinds of stuff going on up there. That's not going to lead to any kind of quality photo. Anyway, I love my friends. I wish I could hang out with all of you, and do all the things that we're used to doing. Wish we could get together. Wish we could grill out. Wish we could go to a show together. Wish we could play a show. It'll happen again, but not till we take this stuff seriously. I watch a little bit of news. I try to keep it real. You know, I don't want to sit there for 3 hours watching the same stuff cycle through over and over and over. So just get in, get your daily fix on the news and get out. It's depressing. Boys. That's funny. That's the downy. Yeah, I'll clean that up on the computer. There's my little woodpecker, little downy. She'll pretty much hang out for. Cat wants in for a minute. Lazy. I'm being pretty lazy. For now. For now. I do have work to do later today. And that's on the recording front, so I thought I'd spend a bit of morning out here with all y'all. The Canadian just said all y'all. Oh boy. What a world. What a time. These are historic times, no matter how you look at it. Yeah. All y'all, eh? That's a Canadian country music. They say y'all, eh? Country music's huge in Canada. I didn't quite pick up on it myself, but it is huge. I was a young guy when Shania Twain and all that was coming through and shattering all the album records in Canada and all that stuff. I mean, it's a massive. Country music is big up there. I don't know. Too much. I like rock too much, I think. And a lot of country is rock, just with a slightly different twangability to it. But it's mostly country is just rock with different elements layered on it. But kind of shocking. You'd be shocked if you went up there. Shocked. And the cat's gonna open the door behind me. Watch the door. Watch the door, kind of. Roast? Ruh-roh. Meow. Oh, we got a cardinal. Got us a cardinal here, folks. Let's see. Little cardinal out on the wire there. There's your cardinal. Big Wreck. Southern rock from Canada. Hey, Big Wreck's a good band. I remember their videos and songs when I was younger too. They got fairly big. Oh, Blue Jay. Blue Jay distraction. Come on. Okay, well the camera didn't like that lighting, I guess. There's a blue jay in the neighborhood. We're gonna get it. Yeah. So I imagine you go deep into the Big Wreck catalog. I don't. I only know a couple of their bigger tunes from like 20 years ago, but yeah, I'm sure they're sort of, some of their stuff reminded me a little bit of like Soundgarden and stuff like that, but maybe that's just my perception. The dude's got an amazing voice, that's for sure. Come on, you dumbass camera. Okay, this is a good one. Here's your female cardinal. She didn't mind me sitting here. If the cardinals will come, then that means just about everything else will come and land. This is our interested observer down at my feet here. The birds don't even mind that there's a cat sitting here. Kev TV. Kev TV, are you tuning in from down under? I believe Kev TV is from Australia. Yeah. Which bird sounds most like the focus chirp? Oh, I don't know, but one time I was out in a group of people bird watching, and I was camera was beeping away there, and people were like 20 feet away from me, and they were like, "What's that? What's that bird? What's that beeping? What's that chirping?" It's like, sorry, it was a bird cam. Oh, in Los Angeles. Excellent. How are things in LA? It's early out there. Man. It's early out in LA. You keeping safe out there in LA? I hear that Los Angeles County and Orange County and stuff like that are seeing pretty good COVID numbers right now. I hope you're staying safe out there. Why did I think Australia? Maybe I'm mixing you up with somebody. There's a goldfinch. They eat a lot of bird seed, these goldfinches. They'll sit, and that bird will sit there and eat the whole sleeve of bird seed in one sitting. It's kind of like me with ice cream. Just sit there and keep eating it till it's gone. Crazy. It's kind of a fun shot on top of the. I mean, it's hard to tell maybe in this photo, but we got four little fledgling sparrows there. Those are all young ones, new ones to the flock. There might be a parent in there, but there are definitely babies in there. Cookie Crumbs Vicky. Good morning. Hey, is that a different camera? Nope. This is the Nikon Coolpix that I've been bird watching with for an entire year, and I call it the bird cam. And this is the same one I've had. So yeah. So people are like, "Hey man, you're growing a mullet." Yeah, it's kind of getting long. I don't have much up here anymore though, so I don't. None of this is on purpose. But I'm not getting a haircut right now. That's for darn sure. Although I think if the hair cutter and I both wore masks, probably there's only like a 1.5 chance of transmission if both the transmitter and the unsuspecting person are both wearing masks. I think there's a low chance. So I might get a haircut sometime. I need to. I hope that wasn't a raindrop, but if it is, it doesn't matter. I'll stay on. Man. Yeah. Is there anybody out there watching right now who's sort of back to normal. And by normal, I understand that the whole baseline has shifted. But sort of, is there anybody doing exactly what they did before? Or is everyone just kind of like shifted and now we all have to kind of do this? That's my question out there to folks. Are you just, it's totally business as usual, or business sort of usual with an asterisk, or like your world's totally changed? Those are the things. So mass and social distancing are the new norm. Yeah, they kind of have to be for a little while. Just stuff is just too contagious and too volatile. All right. Oh, don't go. Oh, darn. Just about had something cool there. The lighting is so bad, it's backlit. Sales, art sales are up. Getting supplies has been harder. Okay, interesting. Stage 4 and holding, so things, yeah, I get that. Okay, comes a blue jay. This is for Trisha. Blue jay for Trisha here coming up. Oh, he left. There you go, Trisha. There's your morning blue jay there. They come every single day, and I put out the right stuff to get them. And I love them, and they're one of my favorite birds. And they can be a bit, people who like the smaller birds. I mean, a blue jay can be an enemy to many birds, but blue jays are pretty remarkable birds. Here's another one. I zoomed way in on this one for Trisha here. There you go. Yeah, I love the birds too. And these blue jays are really, really remarkable birds. Are you coming up here? Wait, I'm gonna get joined by a cat here. If you're gonna be up here, you gotta say hello to the chat. You gotta say hello to the chat. You gonna hang out with the chat today? The birds still come even with this big lug sitting here like this. It's kind of amazing. There's a goldfinch up there right now, and other stuff's just waiting in the queue, waiting on the branches to come down to the feeder. Yep. Ramona A, this kitty waves at you. Hello, hello. This cat's pretty awesome. This is the cat domain out here on the deck. I did a tour of this little deck that I'm on, and here, just do that. But the cat cat comes out here and sits on a lawn chair and just surveys the whole thing. Yep. The cat is Pretty spoiled. Hello, yeah. Hello, yeah. That's still funny. Hello, yeah. It used to be hell yeah, but then it just became hello, yeah, because it's funnier. Makes me laugh. Just decided on a whim to sit on the deck with the bird cam and the cat and just chill out with my people. And I always have a goal. I make it a goal to stay positive, and then it either stays there and I can get through a day being fairly positive, but usually there's other forces at play, and I get my confidence lately and everything I do just gets tanked pretty quick. Sometimes pretty early in the day too, which is not good. But so another reason to fire up the chat and just hang out with cool people, and so I'm not sitting here dwelling on everything. Mostly I will try to get through the day with smiles and support, and I'll visit some people's social media and I'll try to support the people I like and that kind of stuff. I had a pair of finches there we were going to take a look at. That's a sparrow. The sparrows are coming through in droves. Alright, there's a finchy. Female house finch again. The males will have red on them. They have red heads and red down here, and then red somewhat down their back as well. Their wings are brown. So if you ever see those, that's probably a house finch. Could be a purple finch, I suppose. I don't really have the purples here. I think purple finches right now are going to be up pretty far north, right? Maybe. I don't know. Your guess is as good as mine. Well, one of these days, again, I've said this every stream I've ever had. One of these days I'm going to fire up a stream and play some music, and that if it started thunderstorming right now or something, I just go in and do it now, but I'm kind of enjoying my bird morning. There's one thing I miss about going to Branson, is that the lodging where we were put up for part of the year 2 years ago and part of last year overlooked this awesome bird watching area, and that's how I really got, that's when I first started using this, and or even before I had this, I would just sit back there and just see all kinds of stuff. Amazing bird watching down there in Branson in the spring and the fall. In the heat of the summer, it was still good enough to be above average. But now all I got's the deck and the yard here and the occasional trail walk, stuff like that. Which, man, it has been hot here in Missouri. It's been 90 every day except one for the last like 3 weeks. There was like one day where it wasn't 90, maybe two. The rest of it's been 90, and it gets to be 90 by like noon. So it becomes, if you're gonna get anything done, it's got to be in the morning. I do have to go run some errands. I'm gonna mask up and I need to buy a couple more of those wire cones for my tomato plants. There's a couple that got knocked over in the storm the other night, and I need to get those coned up so that that doesn't keep happening. So I got to do that, and I'll probably go buy some bird seed. And I know the store where I do that is they only let a couple people in the store at any one time, and it's masks and nobody gets close to you and stuff like that. I really appreciate that responsible, sort of conscientious opening. Now, a bird store is not going to have 400 people trying to barge the doors, and you know, they're always going to have kind of a 1 or 2 people in the store at a time. They're kind of, their model is kind of that anyway. So, but that's one place that I feel safe going into, and sometimes going into the beer store feels safe. I mask up. The first few times I went in there, I put on gloves too and everything. But I believe the glove thing, I think the glove thing's a little played out. I don't think the glove thing is necessary, as long as you're not touching things and then touching your face in a store or doorknobs or products or anything. So I think the glove thing, just don't be touching your face. Make sure you're washed up before you go touching your face, and that's even to like fix your hair or do whatever. So if your hair is in your face, if you're in the store and you've touched a bunch of stuff and then you get a itchy nose, or you got a hair in your eye or something like that, you know, that's a challenging thing, because it's so easy to just kind of go like this, and but you gotta be conscious not to do that until you wash your hands. Then once your hands are clean, you can scratch your face. So we're all learning to deal with like touching our face fewer times than we were. So what am I doing? Requests. I'm getting a bunch of weird messages coming up. Missing. Oh, there's a hummingbird. Let's get the hummingbird. Do you hear it? Kind of chirping. The hummingbird was chirping there. Did you hear it? Not the greatest photo in the world, but we got us a hummingbird. I wonder if the hummingbird would come this morning. This is a female ruby-throated hummingbird. And the male, I've been seeing the male every day this week, but the female hasn't come for a while, and I figure maybe there's a nest involved now. So, but that's the female. She's a cute little thing. Well, anyway, I got a bunch of weird messages come up on my Streamlabs, and it said something about missing API key request. It's like it comes up for like 2 seconds and then goes away. It says something about request, and then it has like a big long line of code. I don't know, maybe that's just Streamlabs stuff. Maybe I don't even worry about that stuff. I shouldn't have to worry about that stuff, right? So I've hit the 1 hour mark. Is that crazy? That's a bit crazy. How are you doing? Doing all right? Cat. Hang on, I'm gonna get this woodpecker. Sorry, EBZ for a minute. No. Are you going in? Cat going in the house. There's a woodpecker hole in a tree over there, and I've been watching the woodpeckers come in and out of there for a while. And those weird error screens. Oh, there's the male hummingbird. Let's see if he comes. I'm just going to stay focused on my hummingbird feeder here. There's the male. Is he up there? It's hard to tell. They'll queue up in the tree. They'll sit on a low-hanging branch, and then when it's safe, they'll come to the feeder. So, there's a chipping sparrow. Let's get him while we're waiting on the hummingbird. He's a cute little thing. Chipping sparrow. There's your chipping sparrow. So they have this rusty cap on top there, and they're smaller than your average like your house sparrow or some of those sparrows that are real bullies. These are the peaceful, call them New World sparrows, the chipping sparrow. Cute little species, and they're almost always see them hopping around on the ground. That's your key to those things. Oh, there goes the hummingbird. It did not stay. Hey, somebody drop me a comment and make sure I'm still on. It looks like I'm still on, but I'm getting a lot of weird something invalid, something coming across the screen about every 10 seconds. Who do I see on there? Okay. Yeah, I have no chat. That's what's going on. I thought I saw Sean Quinn come in there. I have no chat. How do I fix that? How do I fix the chat? The chat froze. If you have an idea, let me know. I can see something come up on the bottom with a different font, but the actual block of chat that you scroll is not working. Hey, wait a minute. I might be able to... What if I back up one? Nope. I have no chat. Settings, missing a valid key. That's all it says. Request for something denied. Settings. Oh man, you can change where you want the watermark, but boy, you can't refresh your chat. I have no chat. Sorry guys. I've lost the last thing. The last comment I have is talking about the cat, and I think that was several minutes ago. Get out here. Actually, the last comment I have on here is hello, yeah. That's the last comment I'm able to read. I don't know how to fix it. That's the lamest thing ever. So what good is streaming if you don't have a chat? If someone knows how to fix the chat and can send me a message on another medium, I'll try to fix it. If not, I might just can it. But the chat is, it just stopped updating. It just doesn't, there's nothing new for several minutes on there. But I know people have commented. Because I've seen it, like I say, in a different font on the bottom. A comment will briefly appear and then go away, but the scrolling chat is froze. Let's see what we got here. I'm just gonna bird watch. I'm just gonna sit here and bird watch, drink my water. Reset the stream and go live again. Okay. Could be possible. Let's just try that. Alright. I'm going to go away for a while. What do you guys want? Birds? Or some songs? What do you guys want? I'm going to change it up here in a little bit. It's getting humid out here. I might go in. Maybe I'll set up my guitar or something. Hang out. It's a good warm-up for my voice too. So anyway, I'm going to have to sign off the stream. I don't have a chat, and Streamlabs is being goofy. So again, this is Lefty Beetle Birdman. I'm going to sign off, and maybe I'll hop back on in a little while and do something completely different. We shall see. One love, everybody. I'll talk to you very, very soon. Okay, let's do this.